So I was scrolling through YouTube the other day and I saw this out of the corner of my eye and I was like, who would AI generate someone with wings on the back? And then I realized there's an Aemilist video. As you can see, of course, she included her husband in the thumbnail because it's like, we together will defeat the evil. And because I wanted to see both sides of the story, I decided to give it a watch, and I realized that sometimes in the video she mentioned me and even responded to me near the end. While the video is mostly obviously directed towards Tyoga, there is a few little references here and there, so I figured together today we'll respond to some of those things in that video because let's just say there are definitely something. But before we do that, to the few people who don't know who these two celebrities are, I'm just going to give you a quick video that they've released recently so you can kind of refresh your memory on this amazing couple. And the music is copyrighted, so I'll just have to voice it. Trying to sing this part to get his reaction. Anytime, anywhere. Baby boy, I can misbehave. Looks over. Oh, what is he doing? Misbehave, huh? Ah, and then she screams. Like, I'm not lying. She literally screams. So that's enough introduction to this couple, but, you know, maybe they're in the right, and I only saw Hyoga's side, so it's only fair to look at this, and maybe there's some criticism for me there, so let's see.
Yours on here. It would be nice.
It's been a while since the last time we posted a vlog. We honestly didn't plan to make this video, but
What a reaction.
I'm sure you guys already know what this is about. We feel like everything could have been settled privately with a, proper conversation, but since things have been taken to public, our names are already being discussed, we think it's only proper for us to explain our side of stories as well.
Yeah. We stayed quiet for a long time. Not because we didn't have anything to say, but we felt like there was still space for respect.
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Aemilist the one that body shamed Tyoga's girlfriend and also accused Tyoga of cheating on her because he followed a lot of his friends who didn't dress well enough for her?
But sadly, that respect wasn't returned, and here we are. And just to be clear, the purpose of this video is not to bring anyone down.
He has devil horns in the thumbnail. I think you're trying to bring him down. And this is coming from someone who definitely isn't someone who makes a video every time it's trying to bring someone up and make someone be worshipped. I'm just saying, I don't know why they're just blatantly lying 30 seconds in.
It's to speak our truth and tell the full story to everyone who deserves to know.
So a lot has been said about us, especially by this one creator, Hyuga, from accusations to twisted stories and even making fun of our legal process.
Yeah, because you're suing kids for leaving hate comments under your videos. So, like, I already know this video is just gonna be them wording everything fancily to make themselves look good. No, he literally made fun of you because you're suing minors over line comments.
It all started when he posted on his Instagram stories attacking us publicly.
But first, I want to remind you that you can have a positive impact on the internet, and that's by donating any amount to the injured Palestinian, link in description. You'll be helping his two daughters, have food and shelter.
Here are the proofs. He made it sound like he just wanted to talk.
No, that's not what happened at all. He was responding very obviously in his story to your story. You started this. You made a post about how he follows half-naked girls, and then he responded. So stop twisting it already.
But everything that followed was nothing but an attack. He started by calling our marriage fake.
In every single photo, you have a camera shoved in his face when you do any romantic thing. No one who does anything romantic does that. It's clear as day that everything you do is fake, but okay.
Mocking something sacred just to get a reaction. He mocked our legal action like it was a joke, fully knowing we have been struggling for over a year just to get justice, and he still chose to make fun of it. He also brought up my past even after I apologized, just to turn people against me over and over again. I tried to end things respectfully, but instead of choosing the same, they responded with blame, mockery.
Those are the posts you made after you actually started to get backlash. Why are you leaving out the ones where you insult him for following, quote, half-naked girls and body shame once again, Tenny? Stop saying these peace words and respect words when you literally never respected him or his girlfriend, and you definitely never pretend until, once again, you got tons of backlash. Then all of a sudden you started preaching for peace. Oh, I want peace. Guys, I just want peace.
I really thought he wasn't that kind of person, but turns out it was all true. And you know what's even worse? The fact that he lied about me just to make people attack me even more. He commented on one of the hit videos saying,
One of the hit videos, this is definitely far from the main mention that she does of me. We'll get into that one. It's further off in the video, but thanks, Aemilist. This is actually legit a compliment. I mean, not really, but like still.
That I deleted chats at 7:14 and he has the screenshots. Alright, let's check together and see if that's true. Let's check the one I said sure. Wait, I'm gonna post it to your... It's on July 30, 2024. Let's search it on my Discord server chat. And yes, it's still there. Same sentence, same date. Now let's take another one. I said I'm doing great here, sweetie. Same date, July 30. And still there. So why lie? For what? What's the motive? If not to make me look guilty on purpose. Honestly, that's not just a lie. That's manipulation. We're done being bullied, he said. Since the one who has been the bully this whole time.
There were a lot up there, and she only did search up a few, so he could have been talking about the ones that were being rude. She searched up the polite ones, but if true, then okay, Aemilist, you do win on this. You get 1 point on the scoreboard, okay? Fair if that's true, but she did only search a few, but we'll never really know for sure because I'm not joining your server to find out.
So let's start off with how things were before everything fell apart. Used to be kinda close with Hyoga, but we ended our friendship last year. We weren't just online friends. We actually talked a lot, supported each other, and me and Kim's, we even wanted to see him grow. When he started his YouTube journey, we were so excited for him. We were one of the people that helped him out with whatever we could, like giving him YouTube strategies.
This is definitely the type of advice Hyoga got from them. So your audience is definitely a bunch of kids, but make sure to shove the camera like so obviously close to his face when you do those fake pranks. And basically, when you're just doing stuff that you would never actually use a camera for, just make it really obvious. But they're a bunch of teenagers, so they don't know, okay? They don't know that they're being fooled, but just make it blatantly obvious. Also, lie about your position and be like this rich CEO person, but also don't even put any effort to lie. Just put him in some blank room and have him check his phone or something, or give a speech with like no background. And just, yeah, your audience will eat it up.
And all the things that we have learned from our experience. And then
she did help me get started. She told me what buttons to press. Press here, press here, press here, and just keep posting. That's what she told me. Pretty easy stuff. That information is available in a simple YouTube tutorial.
And yeah, sure, you can Google all those things yourself, but
that's not the point because you got that information from celebrities like us. And now you owe your soul to us for the rest of your life. And if you ever dare criticize us, you'll pay.
that's not the point. We gave our time and energy because we wanted to help.
Dude, I'm friends with other YouTubers and some I'm not even super close with, but that's basic human decency. I give them advice, they give me advice. It's not me like being this special kind person. Everyone does that on YouTube. You're not special, and who cares? You gave him some basic advice. That's like completely normal for YouTubers to do. It might seem super sweet and unheard of because like her audience are young kids and they don't do YouTube, but coming from someone who has a ton of different connections to other YouTubers and stuff, it is so normal. Like everyone does that. So she's not special, but she's trying to pretend like what she did was.
Because he was our friend. We never expected anything in return. It wasn't about credit, but what we honestly didn't expect was for him to downplay all of that later like it meant nothing. I was being sarcastic about him doing art contests right after mine.
Remember when she went after Hyoga like in his comments, and then I believe after that went after Teddy because they, quote, did an art contest after her and she was mad about that and blah, blah, blah. Now she's saying it's sarcasm all of a sudden. Girl, it was not sarcasm. If you saw those messages when he showed them, that was not sarcasm. It's like they don't have anything else to say because it's so embarrassing that they kind of have to say it's sarcasm. I mean, maybe it is, but I don't think it was at the time because she genuinely seemed very mad. It didn't seem like a funny haha type of sarcasm.
Oh, so we're doing art contests now? What a coincidence! What did I say? I'm not a fan of your contest. My reaction to that, can I not make art contests?
So, Hyoga, do you get deja vu?
It wasn't because I cared about us doing the same contest. I really don't. Because anyone can do anything they want. But again, I was just trying to make a point. I just wanted him to realize how quick he is to call people out while doing the exact same thing himself.
So in other words, it wasn't sarcasm? I'm just kind of confused.
It was never about the contest. It's about the double standard.
So before we move on to the breaking point, I just wanna explain to you guys what actually happened last year. Some of you might remember the issue we had in our Discord server where I got upset at my own fans because I felt like they weren't there for me while in reality they actually were.
I said a few harsh things to them, and
A few? They said, I have no idea what you're going through, and your response was to tell them to go F themselves. Who even says that to their fans? I don't even care, like, if she's clearly only sorry now because she's getting tons of backlash. She does not care about her fans, let's be honest. The amount of times, no, she's not. But, like, really a few times, there's like 50 examples of you telling them to do the worst things because they literally just said, oh, I'm sorry Aemilist, I hope you're doing better. You're like, you know nothing about me, you've never been there for me, you're only here for yourself.
I really regret it. They actually mean a lot to me, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. But again, I'm only human, and sometimes things just get a bit too overwhelming.
So now let's get into the breaking point. I'll admit that I once made a mistake calling out a hater in our broadcast channel on Instagram. Looking back, it wasn't the best way to handle it, and I've learned from that. Not everything deserves a reaction. And I want to take this moment to say sorry, even though I've apologized before.
Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know, I've done it before. Why are you guys still bothering me about it? Can we just move on? All I did is put someone on blast, and I'm currently suing people hating on me. And I also have copyrighted people hating on me. And I've also blocked people hating on me. I block anyone who hates on me, in fact. And I've also, but I've apologized for this specific example, guys. So just move on.
I edit my photos sometimes. I think it's normal for people to, edit their photos because who doesn't want to look pretty? Who doesn't want to post good photos online, right? But one thing for sure, I've never claimed to be all natural or anything like that. Again, editing is normal. It's just a tool that most people use. But for Teddy to comment things like, my baby doesn't need Photoshop, and joke about a nose job during this exact timing, it just doesn't feel like a coincidence.
I do agree that that was very immature of them to do. I didn't really know about that. So this is a fair point made by Aemilist, but she, on the other hand, has also made comments about Teddy. So overall, in Teddy's stomach size. So overall, it's kind of like the cat calling the kettle black, not cat. Pot calling the kettle black. So it's just kind of a he did, she did situation. They did it after they found out she body shamed Teddy. So once again, I don't think that's the most mature response, but it's kind of you get what you get when you throw around these insults type of situation. You're welcome too for editing it down. This video is 44 minutes long, and I'm going to make this video shorter than that. So yeah, you're welcome once again for editing it down to the main points. There is a lot of sorry she says that I will edit out because she kind of repeats herself, which coming from someone who has never repeated themselves ever, like I've never done that ever, and I've never gotten any complaints about it. And while she does say sorry quite a few times, usually right after she says sorry, as you can see from the former parts of the video, she usually says something like, I don't really know why I have to say this, I've said it before and stuff. So I don't know exactly how much she means it. It's more of just, I'm the more mature one and I'm gonna apologize after body shaming someone and basically accusing them of cheating. She does many different times say he accuses her of things without evidence, and then proceeds to accuse him of not being loyal to his girlfriend because he follows people that don't dress well enough for her. So overall, it's easy to see where she becomes a bit of a hypocrite in the video. But overall, she's going to get in the part where she basically accused him of cheating with literally no evidence, and she stands on that point. She's not back down. She does not back down at all. I repeat, we'll see that in a second.
Specific, but somehow he took it personally and accused me of talking about him.
But you see, she doesn't explain the context of this. This is the thing that led to this fight in the first place, because her top comments were making fun of Hyoga and saying Hyoga could never. So then she posts a story after most of her top comments are saying Hyoga could never, he's so unhealthy, he follows these girls, he's disgusting. Then she posts a story right after that, wow, what a coincidence, saying don't compare unhealthy relationships to her. Who else were you talking about, girl? The only thing that were available were the top comments. So stop acting like, oh, it wasn't towards him. Girl, it likely was.
The truth is, that post wasn't even about him. It was about something I noticed online. Lately, we have been in this weird phase. Everyone keeps comparing partners, debating loyalty, and even talking about standards in relationship. I was just expressing my appreciation and defending my husband because people on TikTok were comparing him to some other men out there.
There's just so little chance that this is true, because once again she was clearly responding to her comments, which were all talking about Hyoga, not some random men. Girl, no one was talking about random men. Yes, Hyoga, that dude, they were talking about him. And secondly, if this were true, you probably would have immediately, once he released the stories about you, would immediately said, hey, that wasn't about you, and then explained. But you didn't. You immediately accused him of cheating on his girlfriend and went on this long rant with all of your stories instead of immediately you didn't even mention once that story wasn't about it. You just went on this rant about how he was this horrible person cheating on his girlfriend. So clearly that isn't true, because now, as time has gone by, you don't want to make yourself look like the one that started it, so you're going to make him look like the idiot. That's why I don't buy it, because she never said that before. She waited a month after he released a video and more stuff. Now she says this. I just don't buy it.
Who weren't loyal or respectful. That's all. I was just proud to have him, and I just want to say it out loud.
Oh, I'm so proud to have you too.
Guys, I'm starting to think they might be a romantic couple. Don't come at me, but it just doesn't seem forced at all. It doesn't seem scripted or anything. It seems very natural. It seems like they totally didn't awkwardly set a camera at an angle and then film themselves and redo takes of them kissing each other and pretending like they love each other. It just seems very natural.
So one more thing, people love to call us out for deleting comments and blocking people. And honestly, that's true. We do that. But let me explain. With everything going on, we actually have a team that helps us to monitor our accounts, including our comment section. I can't possibly handle everything alone, especially during times like this, it gets overwhelming. So yes, sometimes comments get removed and people get blocked.
So this is very obviously a response to my video about them, and it's, of course, they've had these accusations for a while, but my video did do pretty well, so I suppose this probably is, because I saw a few comments from my video over there that quickly did get deleted saying, hey, why are you blocking Coco? Why'd you block Coco and stuff? Because I called them out, because they made a post about my videos, so I commented under their video, and then I got blocked, unsurprisingly. So this is basically their defense on it. It's very stupid. Their excuse is they're going through a hard time, so they can block wherever they want and stuff. And once again, I don't really care if you delete or block hate comments, but it just is a little annoying if you post about someone, and then you block them when they comment under it, because, I mean, why are they not allowed to respond? But overall, I get why they're, I don't really care if they delete hate comments. It's just that one thing. It's just seems very dumb.
It's not always us doing it, but it's a choice that we stand by. We know for a fact that we can't make everyone likes us. Again, it's about the target audience. And the least we can do is by protecting our peace, protecting our space. Some people think deleting comments is childish and cringe. But to me, doing whatever it takes to keep your mental health in check, that's just smart.
Something I've noticed is she uses mental health as an excuse for some of her actions, and deleting comments, once again, I don't really care. It's just posting about someone's video and then not letting them comment seems dumb, not letting me have a say in their comment section, whatever, because I wasn't even that rude. You can watch my last video on it. But what really annoys me is they use this as an excuse for a lot of things, when they go after kids and sue them. Oh, well, they were hurting my mental health, or they copyright. You could use this excuse for anything. They falsely copyrighted people who made videos critiquing them multiple times. This has happened to multiple people, and they probably will use the same excuse. So I can get where you're coming from, but tons of videos hating on them exist. So, I just don't understand, what's the point of deleting hate comments? Because tons of hate around the internet can easily be found about you guys. So it just seems very dumb. Don't take this the wrong way. Obviously, mental health is important, but what I'm trying to say is people use it to, make excuses for things. I remember that one creator, I've said this before, that one YouTuber who got caught threatening his girlfriend, threatening to harm her physically, used mental health as an excuse. He's like, well, she hurts my mental health. Well, dude, you literally physically, you threatened her. You threatened to harm her physically. Sorry, but this is not an excuse for that. So I'm not trying to say dismiss it. What I'm saying is don't use it as an excuse for your bad actions like they continue to do in this video.
And if someone clearly hates our content, we assume that they don't want to see it. So we just block them.
Help, I've never heard that before. That's definitely, some way you could word it. I've never heard that one before. I mean, they were upfront. I'll give them that. They were very upfront about it.
But funny enough, that's not what they want. They still find ways to talk about us. They run to other haters and say that we can't take criticism, when all we do is just get rid of all the negativity from our page.
That's the thing, though. Negativity itself isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes negativity is called criticism, and criticism can make you a better person if you listen to it. Sometimes you can be doing something that is genuinely problematic, and instead of just blocking and deleting everyone that doesn't say you're the queen of the universe, you can actually learn from it, and that's what you do as a creator. Yes, it's harsh. I hate it when I see comments that are like saying, you need to do this better. I mean, it sucks, but it makes me better. So many comments in my comment section have been harsh, but have made me much, much better at my content. So you need to learn to take criticism. Calling it negativity is like, okay, yeah, of course it's negative, but not all negativity is bad. Sure, hate is bad. Just blatantly hating on you for your face or something like that, that is bad. But negativity isn't always a bad thing, because sometimes it can literally be constructive criticism.
That's our choice and that's our boundaries.
So next is, are all our fans minors? First of all, no.
Holy wording. Literally no one is saying all your fans are minors. People are saying a lot or a portion of your fans are minors because you spam YouTube Shorts, and we know who watches YouTube Shorts. It's not 50-year-olds with a doctor degree, it's kids, very obviously. And as usual, with everyone that copes when this accusation comes up, they always bring up the, well, look at my stats. They're not all kids, actually. Well, newsflash, people use their parents' phones, they use their parents' iPads, they lie about their age all the time. I remember the last time a mom, I can't even say it because YouTube will take the video down, a mom was just posting not good photos of her toddler. She used the same exact excuse in her video, identical to this, where she showed the stats and she was like, well, a lot of them are kids too. People lie all the time. That's not reliable at all.
Not at all. Not all our fans are minors. Based on our analytics, only around 20% of our audience are underage, and we have always tried our best to limit that engagement. On YouTube, for example, I always set our content as not for kids.
Dude, literally everyone does that, because if you push for kids, you can't have comments and stuff. That means it's quite literally like toddler content. Are you kidding me? The way she just blatantly lies is absolutely insane to me. If you actually cared and were actually putting an effort, you would either age restrict it or you would adjust it to be a bit more appropriate and stop putting in stuff that you obviously should not be putting in. Let's look at an example.
Oh, I think it's just about your controlling mindset, who need to embarrass each other in every video in public in name of spreading love.
As you can see, they're trying their best to not harm the children, guys. They're doing their best. As you can see in that video, they have no bad intentions at all.
We have also never posted anything close to OnlyFans content, no nudity, no explicit scenes.
I feel like this video was made for people that have never ever opened YouTube as an app before. Dude, you would get banned from YouTube. Stop acting like you're like better than everyone else. No one posts that on YouTube. They would get banned if they did. She's listing this stuff off like, guys, we haven't done this and this and this that would literally ban us off every single basic app. Guys, we're so much better than everyone else. Guys, we're for the kids.
But since things have gotten worse and some people just love to twist things, we have decided to start using the hashtag MDNI, minors do not interact, especially for videos that have extra teasing. So that way, if parents come across it, they can take action such as blocking us or restrict access or whatever they can do. Because honestly, we are not the only creators that post teasing and romantic content. And we are not responsible for who watches us. Because we personally think that should be parents' job.
Okay, hot take. This is a good argument, but at the end of the day, it still doesn't justify posting this content. Of course, a parent is always partly responsible. Like, they should not be letting their kids access this. But at the end of the day, you know, and everyone knows that a lot of parents don't care. Like, they'll let their kid watch whatever. And, I mean, we can't just leave all of... Like, you still should be, like, you should still have some moral reasons to not post this stuff. Because you know that it will likely... a lot of kids will see it. So even though, yes, I fully agree that it's the parent's job, you still should not be posting this stuff.
Because when we were younger, we had phones too. But our parents give time limits and strict search rules.
Okay, good. You guys had good parents, but most kids, not most, but a lot of kids aren't that lucky. A lot of kids do not have responsible parents, and you know that. So while I fully agree once again that parents have responsibility, strong responsibility over this, a lot of parents we should all know will not do this because not all parents are good parents. So you still partly should know that you should not be posting this stuff because on a primarily used kids site like YouTube Kids, which is literally used by mostly kids, everyone knows that, you still should not be posting very, very inappropriate content on it. That's well known. Yes, once again, this argument is good, but it just doesn't stand because they still have a responsibility in their own hands to not post this stuff.
I think that's how it should be.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see nowadays that a lot of keyboard warriors online are kids. And I think it's really clear that all they need is attention and not from strangers on the internet.
And to those who have mentioned that my comments are inappropriate, that's just how I am. That's just how I tease my wife, and that's how I've always been with her.
Well, the entire internet has one response to that. Keep it to yourselves. Literally no one wants to hear.
It's a way for me to show my love to her, and she knows that I never mean them literally. Most of the time it's just teasing. Sometimes it does get spicy. The teasing is also part of our brand, it's our dynamic, it's what differentiates us from other creators, it's how we stand out from the crowd. We're really sorry if that's not your thing, but maybe it's just that you're not our target audience.
You're right, I'm not an 8-year-old who uses YouTube Shorts. I'm definitely not your target audience. And I'm also not a 10-year-old girl who wants an unrealistic book-like romantic relationship. Also, did they use ChatGPT for this? Like, I don't want to get sued for this, so I'm not like saying they did for sure, but it seems like ChatGPT, give us a response to these annoying people in our comments whining about us posting spicy content on a primarily used kids app. Like, it literally sounds like something ChatGPT would say. Maybe that's just their way. Maybe I'm too chronically ChatGPT, like maybe I've just seen too much ChatGPT and AI, so I'm like brain rotted, but it literally sounds like ChatGPT.
So apparently, according to them, our relationship is fake. Even though we are literally married, and we've been together for 7 years. Meanwhile, the one calling us fake just recently got into a relationship, like last year, and he's also the person that has been through lots of girls before settling on the current one.
Is that supposed to be a good argument or something? Was that supposed to be an own? Well, it's my first relationship, so we're better than you. What? That's like saying you've drawn a lot of times, so your art being good now? Yeah, it's not good. I've only drawn once, so I'm better than you. That makes literally no sense. Like, it makes no sense.
I recently brought up something that got twisted, which was the fact that Hyoga follows a lot of half-naked girls on Instagram and even likes their photos. When I pointed that out, suddenly the defense was, they're his friends and his girlfriend is aware. Look, I'm not here to judge his friends.
In what world, and shaming them in how much clothes they wear and accusing someone of literally sleeping with them, like shaming them by saying because they don't wear much clothes they must sleep with everyone, how is that not shaming them? In what world are you living in?
If they do OnlyFans or whatever else, that's their choice and we're not blaming them. What I'm trying to say here is that maybe, just maybe, he still doesn't fully understand what respect and loyalty means to everyone else.
So to us, loyalty isn't just about not cheating. It's also about consciously choosing not to put your partner in uncomfortable situations and make them feel less about themselves, even if you're technically not doing anything wrong. Like for us, we don't really have a rule that says we can't have friends of the opposite gender, but we just choose not to. Not because we're insecure, but because we really respect each other.
Yeah, but name literally one person in this entire world who asked or cares. You will not find anyone who asked or cares. Sorry, no one cares, okay? Fun, do your own thing, but stop judging other people. You all are, we have our respect us, we can do what we want, then let other people do what they want.
And we don't want either of us to feel anything or feel less about themselves or in any way have any misunderstandings about that. And to be very honest with you, we're so happy about that. We have no problem with it.
We're not just husband and wife, we're soulmates, best friends, and each other's safe place. I guess that's where we're different, right? We see loyalty differently and we live loyalty differently. So if following half-naked girls online and liking thirst traps while your girlfriend watches is your version of loyalty and respect, then it's fine. I guess we just have different definition.
So I think it's just about your controlling mindset, who need to embarrass each other in every video in public in name of spreading love.
I'm gonna butcher the name, but a video with a channel name of Hypomolysis made a really, really good argument. In that same logic, him filming his wife like this and always like making constant sex jokes with about your wife, treating her like a lot of comments I've seen, not my personal opinion, so no one comes at me, I really don't care, but a lot of people said he treats her like an object and stuff. So in that same logic, aren't you advertising her to men? Like, I've seen that argument a lot. So it just doesn't seem, plus you guys post spicy content. I just don't understand, like, how are you so much better than the girls he follows? Like, where did you get this idea where, like, they're garbage, but you guys are something better? I just don't understand, like, there's so many different arguments you can make about them. Like, you guys are no better than those girls, and you guys are no better and no more loyal than Hyoga.
Maybe our way is just different, you know? And that's okay. Just don't twist our closeness into weakness just because you don't have it. Since we are still in this red flag topic, we know that most of his videos are skits. We get it, but not everyone can differentiate between jokes and reality. So what exactly are you trying to normalize?
I told you to take the trash out. This is frustrating. It's been stinking up the living room the entire time. I don't want to do this anymore.
Are you stupid?
Out of all the ways to entertain people, why choose to constantly portray yourself treating your partner poorly?
I don't like those two videos, I'll be honest, even though they're just two skits, but it's two videos, girl. In that same logic, why do you always and only ever talk about lust? Like, that's the only thing your content ever is. Is that what you're trying to say? A relationship is only good when you can do those type of things together and nothing else, no other reason? So, oh no, he turned up his video game and she was talking to him. Oh no. Like, yeah, it's not a great message to send out, but one, it's a skit, and two, it's not, like, insanely inappropriate, though, once again, I don't think he's trying to, like, advertise a really bad relationship in this. Plus, there's a full video, and I can't find these because I can't see the dang text, but I bet that there's more to it than just this. Like, I bet there's more to it than just these scenes. They're acting out characters, it's probably more than that. So I don't buy this, and yeah, once again, this argument can easily be applied to you guys. You guys are putting up the most, give your partner $50,000 every time they ask for it type goals that make literally no sense. Going to a restaurant and letting your partner feel down your leg, and do stuff like this without, like, asking, like, all this crazy stuff you guys are setting up. So in this same argument, dude, with, once again, I just don't buy it. I would say there's more to that clip than just that. Maybe I'm wrong, once again, but this argument could easily be applied to them as well.
Why is that the brand of humor we're pushing? What kind of example are we setting for the viewers?
Meanwhile, when I show how my husband treats me with love and respect.
Newsflash, respect isn't showing your wife's butt close up on social media while you do suggestive things with your hands towards it. That's not treating your wife with respect. I mean, most people would say that, but I don't really care, honestly. Like, if she wants that, sure, I don't care. But, like, from a lot of people's standards, I've seen a lot of the comments on it and stuff, I wouldn't think that would be respect either. So, I mean, I feel like it's subjectively more respective to do a silly skit where you turn up the volume of your video game, which there's probably a lot more to it than that because there's a lot of likes under that video, so I assume there was a lot more to it than just that, than just putting your wife online and then doing stuff like that and just, like, treating her like a display.
We are the ones getting called fake. Make it make sense. So the next issue that we're gonna be discussing about is the subscription double standard. So let's talk about one of the biggest things that they keep using against me, which is my Instagram subscription. They label it as inappropriate, and Hyoga even said it looks like up.
And I actually went through the torture of checking out your subscribers only content. I can tell this stuff would do great on
The way is such a gross and disrespectful comparison to make.
But let's talk facts. There's nothing nude on my subscription. Like, to all my subscribers, you all can comment down below and let them know what is it in there actually. The most explicit thing is just my husband holding me for like 2 to 3 seconds.
Dude, you're blatantly lying. That's not true. He's not hugging you or holding you. There's a lot more to it. I'm not even going to describe it because YouTube will take my video down. Sure, did Hyoga exaggerate it a little bit, I guess, but he wasn't far off, and you can say it's gross and I don't get why they're so against, like, why they hate on, like, so many different groups of people, but like act like they're just above everyone. It just annoys me. Okay, random ramble.
So now let's get into the next issue, which is, am I spoiled or loved? Let's be real.
There was also a moment where he mocked the fact that my husband buys me branded things, like that's something to be embarrassed about.
No, he didn't say that to like show that you're spoiled. You're just twisting his argument. What he was doing is showing how you want to seem like you're this rich, wealthy CEO's wife, and you show fancy bags, fancy cars, blah, 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 to try to sell that to your audience, even though most people by now know that your CEO husband likely is not real. That's not what he's saying. Who cares if you're wealthy and you get bags? No one cares. What he's saying is you're trying to add on to the idea. But twist what he said, whatever.
Main goal is trying to appear as super rich, super wealthy in front of the camera. She likes to shove all kinds of shopping bags into the camera so you can see the luxury brands.
So let me make this clear. It was never about showing off. I used to be just a graphic designer, and I'm so grateful that in the span of 3 years, I've been able to achieve so much. With that success, is it so wrong to treat my wife to whatever she wants? Isn't that the dream for every guy, to provide for their wife, to make her happy? Why is it used as a point to show that we are a bad influence? Or we are trying to show that in our videos, that if you work hard for it, if you stick together with the person that you love, a lot of things is possible.
But it's not one-sided. I spoil him too, I buy him gifts, I surprise him because that's how we love. We support, uplift, and spoil each other.
Okay, so the video was 40 minutes long, so I definitely did not get everything, but I got the main stuff, and most of the video is just mainly twisting what he said to make him sound worse than he actually, like, just blatantly lying about what he said. More of it is just kind of saying that they've taken accountability in the past when they really haven't, and just a lot of just pretending like they are above everyone else and they're just different than everyone else. It really annoyed me. I just did not like it at all. It was worded very, very well, which makes me think either one, they mentioned they have a team that, blocks people and stuff, so maybe their team wrote it. I don't know. Maybe their team made that awful AI thumbnail. They probably did. So maybe the team wrote it, or maybe they used ChatGPT. Maybe the team used ChatGPT. Who knows? But the wording was definitely very interesting the entire time. And overall, they did delete this video. My guess is Hyoga and them were DMing and maybe agreed they both take down their videos or something. But overall, 44 minutes long of this yapping was a literal nightmare to sit through, so you're welcome for summarizing it. In summary, if you criticize them, they'll take it as you hating their existence and will remove you from their platform permanently. And they genuinely just like to twist words and make themselves look good in every single way possible. Well, at least this awful response is off the internet, because it was definitely terrible, and they were deleting a lot of comments very clearly, or sorry, their team was. But yeah, the top comments are saying, "Oh, you've been getting so much hate, I'm so sorry," and stuff, and it's just like, there's usually a reason behind that. Not always, but there's usually a pretty good reason, and there was a good reason they were being criticized in their comments. But you know what? You guys do you. At the end of the day, get your bag, I guess. Get your YouTube bag, and I guess you do you, and don't reflect on anything.